Hi, beautiful souls. Today we're diving into a subject that quietly runs every part of your life, even when you don't realize it, your belief systems. The invisible architecture of your mind. The blueprint that determines your habits, your emotions, your sense of possibility, and even the reality you perceive. Beliefs aren't just ideas you hold, they are the filters through which you experience the entire universe. Change your beliefs, and the world you live in literally changes. Think about this. Two people can be standing side by side, looking at the same event, the same circumstance, the same reality, and yet one feels crushed and defeated while the other feels inspired and uplifted. What's the difference? The difference is their belief systems. Belief systems shape meaning. And meaning shapes experience. And experience shapes your life. This isn't just philosophy. It's psychology, it's neuroscience, and it's deeply spiritual. Joe Dispenza, for example, has shown through his research how beliefs and thoughts literally rewire your brain and influence your biology. Neural pathways fire in patterns that become habitual. The subconscious mind takes those patterns and runs them on autopilot. Before you even wake up in the morning, your mind is already rehearsing yesterday's reality, unless you deliberately interrupt it. That's why Dispenza says your personality creates your personal reality. And your personality is the collection of your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs. Now let's talk about how beliefs create habits. You don't just have habits because you're lazy or disciplined. You have habits because deep down, you believe certain things about yourself and the world. If you believe, I'm not athletic, you won't develop the habit of going to the gym. If you believe, I can't focus, you won't build the habit of meditating. But if you believe, my body is designed to heal, suddenly you'll drink more water, stretch, breathe deeper, and eat differently. Your belief system programs your behavior. Habits are just the outward expression of what you believe is true. This is why Bashar often says, your beliefs are your definitions, and your definitions create your state of being. State of being then reflects back to you as the circumstances of your reality. So it's not that you react to reality, you're actually creating it. He has this famous phrase, beliefs are the permission slips. They allow or deny what experiences you're capable of. And here's where it gets interesting. Most of our beliefs aren't even ours. They're inherited. From parents, culture, school, religion, trauma, and repetition. Dolores Cannon, in her quantum hypnosis work, uncovered layer after layer of subconscious programs people didn't even realize they were carrying. She discovered that much of what we think is really programming that got installed before we could consciously choose. It's like being hypnotized by society and forgetting that you can wake up. So how do you uncover your belief system? Start by noticing your reactions. Your triggers reveal your beliefs. When someone says something and you feel defensive, that's a clue. When you set a goal but sabotage yourself, that's another clue. Your actions always tell on your beliefs. If you say you believe you're worthy of love but you constantly settle for relationships where you're disrespected, then you don't believe you're worthy. You might want it, but wanting isn't the same as believing. Byron Katie's work is so powerful here. She teaches us to take a belief, like, I am not good enough, and question it deeply. Is it true? Can you absolutely know it's true? How do you react when you believe that thought? Who would you be without that thought? Just asking these questions loosens the grip of a belief. You start to see that the thing that tortured you for years isn't a fact. It's just a thought. And a thought can be dissolved. Now, one of the most fascinating things about belief systems is how we argue for our limitations. Have you noticed that? When someone suggests you can heal, you might say, well, not me, because my case is different. Or when someone tells you abundance is possible, you'll reply, yeah, but you don't understand my situation. We cling to limiting beliefs as if they protect us. Why? Because they give us certainty. They allow us to stay the same. They shield us from the unknown. But in doing so, they also imprison us. Abraham Hicks often reminds us, every time you tell the story of your limitation, you're practicing that vibration. You're broadcasting it into the universe. You're strengthening the neural pathways that make it more real to you. And the universe simply mirrors it back. So if you want to create change, you have to stop rehearsing the old story. You have to believe in possibility before you see it. That's the key to alignment. Let's bring science into this. Studies in placebo effect are one of the clearest examples of belief shaping reality. A person can take a sugar pill, believe it's medicine, and their body responds as if it's real medicine. Pain disappears. Depression lifts. Even tumors shrink. Harvard Medical School studies show that belief alone activates the brain's healing chemistry. That's not superstition, that's biology obeying belief. And if belief can heal, imagine what else it can do. Now here's a wild idea. Reality itself is made up. The book The Disappearance of the Universe makes this case brilliantly, echoing A Course in Miracles. It says the world you see is not ultimate reality but a projection, like a dream, a construct, a stage for awakening. If reality is malleable, then belief is the paintbrush. Every belief you hold is like a command to the dream, instructing it what to show you. This matches what quantum physics is pointing toward, that observation, expectation, and consciousness itself shape what we call matter. So let's get practical. How do you change your beliefs? First, you identify them. Write them down. Look at your life and reverse engineer it. If you keep ending up broke, what belief do you have about money? If you keep dating unavailable people, what do you believe about love? Next, challenge it. Like Byron Katie teaches, question its truth. Then, replace it. Create a new belief and rehearse it until it feels natural. Joe Dispenza emphasizes the importance of practicing the new state of being every day until your brain rewires and your body accepts it as real. Here's a real-world story. A woman Joe Dispenza worked with was diagnosed with cancer. Instead of surrendering to the belief that cancer meant suffering and death, she adopted a new belief, that her body was intelligent and healing was possible. She meditated daily, visualized a new future, and practiced gratitude as if she was already healed. Months later, her scans showed no trace of the disease. Was it a miracle? Yes. But miracles are what happen when belief aligns with infinite possibility. And miracles aren't rare. They're natural. We just call them rare because our belief systems say they're impossible. When you believe miracles are ordinary, you start to see them everywhere. You meet the right person at the right time. Money flows when you need it. Insights drop in your mind out of nowhere. This is what Abraham Hicks calls the vortex, that stream of alignment where life organizes itself in your favor. Even small shifts matter. For instance, if you've always believed you're unlucky, start testing the opposite. Say to yourself, what if I'm actually lucky? What if the universe is conspiring for me? And then watch as little things begin to happen. A parking spot opens, a stranger smiles, you find a forgotten $20 bill. These are cracks in the old belief, proof that reality bends with your perception. Now let's not sugarcoat it. Changing beliefs isn't always instant. The subconscious mind resists. It wants to keep running its programs. That's why habits are so crucial. When you practice new habits that reflect your new beliefs, you condition the subconscious. For example, if you're shifting into the belief, I am healthy, then every time you drink water instead of soda, or go for a walk, or breathe deeply, you're embodying that belief. Over time, the body gets the message. There's a saying, neurons that fire together wire together. Repetition creates reality. That's why affirmations work when you feel them, not just say them. That's why gratitude rewires your brain toward joy. That's why meditation can recondition your entire nervous system. You're training yourself into new belief systems. Another story. A man who was convinced he could never make more than $40,000 a year. It was a belief inherited from his father, who always said, "People like us don't get ahead." He realized this was just a thought, not truth. He began to challenge it, visualize abundance, and take inspired actions. Within a year, he doubled his income. What changed? His skills? A little. His circumstances? Not really. What truly changed was his belief about what was possible. And once that shifted, reality matched it. Bashar has a phrase: circumstances don't matter, only state of being matters. That can sound impossible, but think about it. Your outer world is just a mirror. Change the belief, and the mirror reflects something new. So what does all of this mean for you? It means your beliefs are not fixed. They're flexible, adaptable, and transformable. It means you don't have to argue for your limitations anymore. You don't have to rehearse the old story. You can write a new one. Belief systems are like the operating system of your mind. If the software is outdated, you'll keep running into glitches. But you can install new software. You can reprogram your subconscious. You can align your beliefs with your deepest desires. And here's the most beautiful part: when you do, life becomes miraculous. You realize reality isn't happening to you, it's happening through you. You stop waiting for permission and start creating. You stop being a victim of the dream and become the dreamer. You remember what Bashar, Abraham Hicks, Dolores Cannon, Joe Dispenza, Byron Katie, and so many teachers remind us in their own ways: you are far more powerful than you've been taught. So the invitation is this: start questioning your beliefs. Start noticing your habits. Start catching yourself when you argue for your limitations. And then, choose differently. Believe in your worth. Believe in your health. Believe in your abundance. Believe in love. And watch the world around you reconfigure to match. Because reality is made up. It's not fixed. It's flexible. And belief is the architect. And when you believe in miracles, you'll see that they were always here, waiting for you to notice. If this message resonated with you, I'd love for you to join this journey with me. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future explorations of spirituality, science, and the miraculous ways life unfolds. And if you know someone who could use this reminder about the power of their beliefs, share this with them too. You never know what miracle it might spark in their life.